Welcome to the fantastic world of Mary Kay Cosmetics. You have a brand new personal recruit, and she's scared to death, and she doesn't know where to start, and she's never taught skincare, and she's never sold anything before in her life, and she doesn't know what to do. And it's up to you, the recruiter or her director, to get her off to a perfect start. We bring people into Mary Kay Cosmetics, and we say to them, I will match my time, interest, and effort with yours. Well, in the beginning, she doesn't know what to do. And oftentimes, we misinterpret that as lack of effort or lack of interest. I contend that the business debut celebration will be one of the most important events in this beauty consultant's life. It will jumpstart her entire business, and the success of it could give her such a positive attitude that her ideas about Mary Kay Cosmetics will truly be formed at this very important time. Hello, I'm Pamela Waldrop Shaw, Executive Senior Director and very proud Director of a multi-million-dollar record-breaking unit. Throughout my career, I have utilized the grand opening concept on sometimes, off sometimes, on sometimes, off sometimes, and have come to the conclusion that the very most important time in a beauty consultant's career is the very beginning. And if you can get her off to a great start, a perfect start to be specific, or a power start to be more exciting, then truly you will have a consultant who will stay with you. If she finds customers, gets hostesses, learns the basic skills in Mary Kay, gets excited, gets some sort of confidence as a result of seeing that the product does sell, then you will have a beauty consultant who sticks with the business. Although the business debut is designed for the brand new beauty consultant, it could also be a very effective program to jumpstart a consultant who simply is out of momentum, out of motion, or perhaps a beauty consultant who never held a grand opening or a business debut. I know that your biggest resistance as director or recruiter listening to this tape will be time, but I believe that when you see 90% of your recruits complete their perfect starts versus perhaps 10% of your recruits who complete a perfect start, as a result of holding this grand opening or business debut, and when you feel your retention percentage growing, you will agree that this 1 hour that you invest will be 1 hour well invested. As soon as you practice the procedure and get it down to a fine science, it will be 1 hour in and out. The idea here is that you and your new business associate will be business partners for life. And don't you agree that it's going to be worth meeting her family, her friends, bonding with her, going that extra mile up front? The question always arises, who does the grand opening for the new recruit? Well, if you're a director of a unit who's adding fewer than 10 new unit members per month, I would highly recommend that you, the most skilled, the most professional, the most articulate member of your unit, do those grand openings. I believe it would be 10 hours well invested in your month. If you're a recruiter, building your team, working towards team manager status or DIQ, certainly you will want to do the grand openings for your personal recruits, and you may want to consider doing them for your qualifying unit. If you're a brand new recruit listening to this tape on your own, it's quite possible that you have this tape because your recruiter is not local to you, possibly because your director is not local to you. I want to reassure you that you too can do this business debut all on your own without the help of someone else. The idea is to get in mind what the objectives are, and then you want to know what the itinerary will be, what your desired outcome is going to be, and how you're going to follow through. And quite frankly, it is a piece of cake. Before I begin with the grand opening objectives, concept, scripting, I want to give credit first to Linda Chestnut-Tupin and Jackie Root. Many of the ideas in this tape have come from both of those top directors who are utilizing the grand opening concept. I'm sure there are other countless directors who have contributed to these ideas, and as we all brainstorm together, we all come up with a way that seems to work for us personally. And I love that sharing quality about Mary Kay, don't you? Throughout your Mary Kay business, you are going to celebrate debuts. This first business debut is just to say, hey, I'm getting my business off to a start, so we're going to debut you. Then you'll have your red jacket debut, that magical day that you put on the svelte Vogue red jacket in front of your unit and celebrate your first 3 active recruits in Mary Kay Cosmetics. Then we're going to have your car party debut when you win your first free car and earn the use of a career car with free company insurance. And then we'll celebrate your director debut. the day that you decide to move up into a top leadership position. How exciting that will be. So it's only appropriate that we begin today with your business debut. You must have a clear objective and know the desired outcome so that you do not leave disappointed or frustrated or confused. What do you do? Keep in mind who will actually be attending. Her warm market, her family, her friends, her neighbors, and her workmates. Some of these people may be supportive, but many of them are probably going to be her most negative, behind-the-back hecklers, her doubting Thomases. There may be the corporate woman who's attending who's wondering why in the world she's going to be selling lipstick. You want to have these people leave with a general feeling of respect and admiration and appreciation for our product, our company, and the new beauty consultant's decision. Your overall objective is that you want the consultant to have a firm conviction about her decision. You want her to also understand that you are on her side, that you are in her corner, and that you are her support team, her amen person, her balcony person. Your secondary objective is to support a new consultant in her business by bridging the gap between her family and friends and her warm market and her new business with Mary Kay Cosmetics by creating a positive experience for them in a warm and supportive educational environment. Specifically, you will have several goals. 1, you want to pamper each guest with satin hands treatment. 2, you want to obtain a profile card from each guest for future use. 3, you want to create interest by displaying and describing our head-to-toe cosmetic line, focusing on what she will experience at her very own skincare class. 4, you want to explain hostess credit. What is in it for her? What can she get for free? Number 5, you want to book the new beauty consultant's perfect start through these initial contacts. Your phrasing to these contacts will be that these will be the new consultant's initial practice classes. The new consultant, of course, can focus on a perfect start, a power start, or a 20/20. But your goal is to get that booked for her at this appointment. Number 6, you want to plant recruiting seeds by sharing company information and a brief eye story, once again, to create general interest and admiration for our company. Number 7, you want to sell some product. Satin Hands collections, of course, skin supplements, and glamour. You want to sell enough to encourage the beauty consultant. But you also want to keep your time frame from 1 to 1.5 hours in length. The mood will be set by you, the experienced beauty consultant, as your confidence is much greater than the new consultant. The advanced preparation on your part will be a 1 or 2-part phone conversation that specifically instructs and coaches the new beauty consultant to, first and foremost, copy her business debut invitation postcards on postcard stock. This 2-sided camera-ready page of postcards is included in her welcome letter and should be sent out 7 to 10 days prior to her business debut. Second, you want to decide on and commit to a time and place for the business debut. A warm, comfortable, non-threatening environment is preferable. Her home, a friend or neighbor's home, a recruiter's home, a church social hall, or a small community center or apartment complex social hall. Once the place has been decided, you want to get the beauty consultant to decide and commit to a 2-week time frame to hold 5 practice classes for her perfect start. As her recruiter, keep in mind that this does set the standard for the rest of her career, so your guidance and leadership here is imperative. Do facials count? No. I can't get the 5th class until the 3rd week. Does that count? No. Because of the human aspect and flexibility, there may be situations when an exception does come into play, but make sure that your abundance mentality, your you can do it attitude, your I know that you're a find a way, make a way kind of person, lets you find a way over, through, around this obstacle. Make sure that that mindset and that leadership is what characterizes you with your new recruit. Next, make sure that she has addressed and mailed her postcards, as many as she can think of, 30, 50, 100, but let her know that she must follow through on each invitation with a phone call. If she stumbles as to who to invite, brainstorm with her. Have her look at her personal address book. Have her pretend that she was getting married. Who would she invite? Encourage her to invite neighbors that she doesn't know, even if she simply knows their address or can look their address up. Work associates, even if she doesn't want to. Her husband's work associates. When she comes up with a big list of people, she'll be encouraged about the business, considering that every new beauty consultant's biggest fear is, what happens when I run out of family and friends? So the more people you can help her brainstorm up front, the better off she is. Next, encourage her to do follow-up phone work 3 days after the postcards have been mailed, and give her a script, exactly what to say. Include in your script that this is by reservation only, that the seating is limited, that I want you to come to celebrate my success, but I've got to get a firm commitment from you. Let her know that to let her guests know that they can get $1 off of each $5 item, $5 or more item, and let her know that it's going to be a fun, one-time only event that she absolutely can't miss. Teach her up front how to use scripts by handing her something to say, or telling her something to say, or letting her practice with you. It might sound like this. Hi, Claire, this is Pam. I'm so excited. Can you believe it? Did you get my invitation postcard? I'm so excited about this business, and I'm sure you've probably thought that I've lost my mind, but I really want you to come and celebrate my success at my business debut. We're going to be kicking off this whole thing, and, you may or may not be excited about what I'm doing, but I am just ecstatic, and I can't wait for you to meet my director or recruiter and to see a little bit of the products that are out right now. If you decide you want to get something, I'll have some products with me, and you can get $1 off of each $5 item or more. But the most important thing is that it's by reservation only, and the seating is limited, and so I really do need to know if you're going to be coming. And you know what would really be a big help to me? If you'd bring a friend or two that I don't even know. So encourage her to go ahead and bring friends at this point. Next, discuss what light refreshments mean. Make sure that she's not providing a buffet. Ask her to provide hand towels, and then next have her outline with a highlighter the 3-hour blocks of time for her 8 to 10 skincare classes during her 2-week perfect start time frame. You don't want her to open up her date book to snow. Make sure that she's blocked out this time. It would be optional for her to have prepared a small gift for each guest. You could take one of those small I Look Ziploc bags that you get from the Walmart craft section and put together any I Look as a holdover gift. Keep in mind, this is optional, not necessary. We really want to keep it as simple as possible. Next, discuss the agenda with her in advance so that there are no surprises for her and that she feels comfortable. Don't expect her to know. She doesn't know. You want to be specific with your coaching. Make sure you've communicated exactly what is going to take place and exactly what her part is. Let's talk first about your part. You want to bring practically everything. You want to bring the demo satin hands. You want to bring displays of your perfect tan in an acrylic caddy, your roll-up, the I Deserve It All collection, glamour trays, complete nail, fragrance samples. You decide how much to bring. Feel free to also display any star prize or company prize that you have won. Also to bring her perfect start pin, her power start pin, her pearls of sharing. Show a picture of the card that she can win. Feel free to bring any of these tools that would serve as visuals to her guests. You can bring sales tickets, or you can use her sales tickets and profile cards from her showcase. I recommend no beauty books until after the actual guest holds her skincare class, so as not to create a la carte shopping. We're promoting sets here, and the last thing in the world we want to happen is for these guests to start shopping a la carte, to think they've seen everything and not to actually hold the skincare class. So I would withhold the beauty books. Bring 1 or 2 giveaways from the direct support gift with purchase offers or a limited edition shadow or lipstick wrapped in classic style using the iridescent paper and beautiful curly ribbon. These giveaways can come from your or her inventory. Just communicate up front where it's going to come from. Next, bring a roll of double-sided tickets. These tickets can be purchased at any supply store. These tickets you're going to use during the debut, and you're going to offer the guest a ticket when she asks a question. I'll get to that in just a minute. Lastly, you want to bring any reprint articles for recruiting purposes or fact sheet and agreements. You always want to be prepared. Let her watch you recruit Johnny on the spot. Of course, you don't want to be too aggressive and too pushy, but you do want to be sensitive and meet the needs and not miss an opportunity. If in fact you could work full circle here in front of her and let her watch you work spontaneously, doing a practice interview, closing the recruit, take it as far as you can. The more experienced you are, the more confidence you'll have, of course, in this element. You also want to bring a big pink ribbon and a big pair of scissors. We're going to tie up her beauty showcase in a beautiful pink or red ribbon and actually have a ribbon cutting ceremony to indicate the beginning of her business debut. You may want to have encouraged her to get party supply, champagne glasses, and serve Martinelli's or some other sort of sparkling water or sparkling water. Okay, let's talk about the very beginning. You arrive 15-20 minutes early just to give her security. Set everything up on the card table or the center of the table or the snack bar, wherever you've decided in advance, so that your displays are all out. When the first guest arrives, you meet her at the door, shake her hand. Hopefully the consultant will have had a minute to tell you a little bit about each person who's coming so that you can make a sincere comment about the guest and tell her that you've been looking forward to meeting her. Take her to the sink along with the new beauty consultant and pamper her with satin hands, showing her exactly what to do. When she's finished and she's dried her hands and put on her hand cream, when the next guest arrives, greet her at the door and then say to the new consultant, "Claire, why don't you go ahead and give Susie satin hands?" And off to the sink they go. Now Claire feels confident in what she's doing because she's watched you do this once. Once everyone has arrived, filled out a beauty profile card, had satin hands, and they're kind of gathered around waiting and wondering what's going to happen, you might also have placed a couple of fragrance samples out on the center of the table so that they could spray fragrance, keeping in mind, though, that fragrance can be a tricky thing and that if people are sensitive to fragrance, it might be a bad idea. You may simply prefer to have fragrance cotton balls wrapped up in the little foil with ribbons at the top so that they could take one home with them. It would be a wonderful purse fragrance idea if, in fact, you're concerned about the sensitivity, which is a good concern to have. Everyone is now sitting, and you want to start promptly. Don't let things get too social up front. As soon as everyone has arrived, begin the program by welcoming everyone and asking the group if they would to go around and tell who they are, how long they've known the new recruit, how they actually know her, if they have children, if they work inside or outside of the home, and what their stereotype or impression or experience they have had with Mary Kay Cosmetics, and tell them not to hold back. You want to hear everything. The seating should basically be in a semicircle fashion or in a comfortable manner so that everyone can see each other. You also probably should be sitting as much as you can. You will need to stand up at some point in time, but just make sure that your chair is positioned so that you can see everyone and that everyone can see you. Once each of the guests have gone around the room and explained how they know the new consultant and a little bit about themselves, then you go ahead and you begin with your grand opening script. This is word for word from top director Jackie Root. Welcome to Claire's grand opening of her new business, and thank you for supporting another woman in her new venture. That's what Mary Kay is all about, women supporting women. Claire wanted all of you here today so that you can understand why she chose to add Mary Kay to her already full schedule. First and foremost, we're very proud of this excellent product that is now the best-selling brand of facial skincare and color cosmetics in the United States for 2 years in a row now in 1996. Claire and I both feel comfortable representing not only the best products on the market, but also the best value, as you'll learn today at her business debut. Claire is also strongly attracted to the company philosophy of faith first, family second, and career third, which is so different from her current corporate position, but truly the mode of operation she would prefer with her 2 small children at home. I can honestly say that in Mary Kay, when you keep those 3 essentials in balance, everything works. One of the many unique features of this opportunity is that nothing is mandatory, as we have no quotas. You work and grow at your own pace in a really safe and supportive environment. If you simply want to hold 1 appointment a month and enjoy getting your product at a substantial discount, you can. Or, if like Claire, you want to replace your current income as fast as possible, to add freedom and flexibility to your life, you can do that too. And last but definitely not the least reason is that in teaching women to properly care for their skin and apply color cosmetics in a way that will gently enhance their features, we are building self-confidence and self-esteem in the process. When you look good, you feel great, right? And that is how the empowerment process begins. So without further ado, let's learn about skincare. At this point in time, it would be a great idea to take your business coat off and to put your beauty coat on and pull the complete collection towards you. This is a very important part of the grand opening. It allows the guests to see you, the very successful professional businesswoman in your suit, also begin with the product. It's a very important visualization. Begin by reinforcing to each of them that we're not taking their makeup off this afternoon. In fact, you're not even going to be giving them the facial as the person conducting the grand opening. Let them know that Claire will be giving them, or the new consultant. I'm using Claire as an example. I guess you figured that out. Claire will be giving them their first facial in Mary Kay. You can go ahead and make a joke. Of course she doesn't know what she's doing. That's why we need your face. If she knew what she were doing, we wouldn't even need to practice. She's probably down the road going to give you an advanced glamour makeover. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's going to learn on your face. And if you trust her with your nails, she's going to learn on your nails as well. That's why we're counting on you, her very special family and friends, to be supportive of her in this new adventure. Hold up the Perfect Start pen. Romanticize and explain the importance of the Perfect Start pen. Let them know that this is the new beauty consultant's very first prize that she can win in all of Mary Kay Cosmetics and that she's committed to earning it. And then as you explain the qualifications and the time frame, look at your new recruit and say, Claire, what are those dates that you'll be holding your Perfect Start? And when Claire answers, say, this is where you come into play. Let them know what's expected, that if all of them got together, that would only count as one class. But what would be the most helpful to Claire is if each of them booked a time for their own individual skincare class and agreed to share their time frame with 3 to 5, but no more than 5, of their very special friends that Claire actually doesn't even know. This way, it will allow them to have fun with a group of people that they would love to get together with anyway, and it would also allow Claire to meet some people that she doesn't know and to continue networking in her business. Proceed by explaining what will happen at this skincare class. Go ahead and begin talking about the perfect 10 products. I'm referring to the 5 basic skincare products, the 2 products in the Skin Revival Serum and Cream, Triple Action Eye Enhancer, Instant Action Eye Enhancer, and a choice of a nighttime supplement. Explain these 10 products in 10 minutes. You'll want to overcome objections here. Make sure that her guests understand in advance why we don't break the basic. Let them know that they could purchase skin supplements today if they wanted to, but that you prefer strongly that they not purchase their basic skincare until they've actually tried that. And also let them know that they could get their basic skincare for free and you set up the requirements the way that you want to. I would say that if they have 5 adult guests at the skincare class who don't have a Mary Kay Beauty consultant, hold the class on its original date and collect $200 in outside sales by being a silent hostess, taking product to work or taking reorders from work, that they could get their basic skincare entirely free. You can set this up however you're accustomed to in your own local unit. If, of course, they're not interested in getting their basic skincare for free, you're going to have other products on display that will entice them, that will dangle the carrot, that will create interest, that will get them really hungry to look more into this whole idea of cosmetics. You will want to go ahead and take 1 minute per boutique item and talk about our body care products. Take them back in their memory to the way their hands feel. Let them know that's what we're going to do to their face. Let them know that's what they could do to their body and slide into satin sheets. Then take it to the nails. Take it to the glamour. The more beautiful your displays, not elaborate, just classy and put together, the more visual, the better. Talk very briefly about Mary Kay in the marketplace. Let them know that we're aware that the customer has many options. We have women shopping at Saks Fifth Avenue. We have customers shopping at Walmart. Mary Kay Cosmetics is in the middle, in price range only. We're at the top in quality. Get across that Claire is going to be their beauty consultant for life and that they're going to have the opportunity to shop in the privacy of their own home, to stop by Claire's at both of their convenience to look at what's new, to have Claire stop by their house or workplace to let them know what's new, to actually meet their needs so that we could actually prevent them from going into Saks Fifth Avenue or Walmart for their cosmetics. If your business debut falls during a holiday, what a wonderful time to introduce our gift-giving idea and to take an example of what a gift basket or a coffee and cream or a satin hands or a birthday present tied to a helium balloon might look like. Let them know that we have a gift-giving service, and for them to keep that in mind the next time they have an opportunity to give a gift. Let them know that we have a gift-giving service the next time they are in a position to be receiving a gift, and that if you would like them to know, if they would like you to know as the new beauty consultant who their secret Santa is or who their private shopper is, that they can indicate that on their profile card that you'll keep in stock. Once you've explained about each of these products, then you want to hold up a beautiful strand, Pearls of Sharing, either your own that you've won or a borrowed set from me or your adopted director if you're in a different city from me listening to this tape. Pearls of Sharing, what a wonderfully important gift. Someone reached out and shared the career opportunity with you. Now you want to reach out and share the career opportunity with someone else. Why? Because we believe in Mary Kay Cosmetics that we can have it all. Explain that the Pearls of Sharing is a prize that a new consultant can win when she adds her first business associate during her first month in business. And I might say something to the effect of, I would really feel so remiss if I left this appointment today with you and didn't even tell you how great this career opportunity is and all the different types of women whose needs it meets. I'd give a brief story, 5 minutes or so, of how I came into Mary Kay Cosmetics and how it's changed my life. You don't want to get overindulgent in this section, but you do want to work to meet their needs. Keep in mind that you have all 4 personality styles. You have the very D-dominant corporate woman who's watching her clock. You have the I personality style who wants to hear all of your stories, and she will be totally tuned in to the people stories. You have your steady personality style who is conscientious of the time and very supportive, but she's going to have as a strong priority her family and her schedule. And then lastly, you have the C personality style who's going to be more critical, more questioning of what you're actually saying, and will need to see everything in writing in order to believe it for 2 seconds. During your I story, take advantage of overcoming common objections about training, cost requirements, customers, how many people actually succeed. Overcome as many objections as you want, but then when you are winding this up, pull out your double-sided tickets. For these tickets, you're going to give each guest 1 ticket if she asks you a question about a product, 2 tickets if she asks you a question about the company, 3 tickets if you ask the new beauty consultant about what concerns she had about actually becoming a consultant, and then you give out 5 tickets if the guest actually sets a time for the new beauty consultant to drop in and pamper 4 to 6 of her friends that they'd love to spend time with anyway. What a great way to get those bookings on the date book. The second side of the ticket, of course, is the side that you take to do your 2 giveaways. So you begin and you put a time frame on how long you're going to be answering questions. You'll be amazed at how the questions just start pouring in. For the ladies who choose not to book a skincare class that afternoon or that evening of the grand opening, you can also ask them if they would be willing to come to the new beauty consultant's home to have a skincare class together. That way, they're still helping and supporting. So as you're winding down the tickets, you also want to get across the idea that the most important thing that you can do today to support Claire, the new beauty consultant, is to agree to try the product and allow her to practice her show procedure and have a few of your friends over. Make sure you've coached your new beauty consultant for the part that's about to come. The ending of the grand opening is absolutely imperative. Go ahead and say to the guests, I will be serving your refreshments and taking your orders. Claire will be sitting down with each of you to pencil in your date that works for you in your schedule that you're going to be able to get together and get some of your friends together. She has her date book highlighted out to the times that she will be willing to hold skincare classes, and she'll have them starred with a red star, those that are most convenient to her. If you choose the most convenient times to her, there'll be a little extra built-in incentive for doing that. You can ask Claire about that. Now again, you will want to have discussed this with Claire so she doesn't know, so she's not confused as to what you're talking about. This could be where you offer a little grab bag of goodies. It could be samples, or if she does start with full inventory, it could actually be a free eyeshadow. A group of people may start to do something, so you want to make sure that you keep a little bit of control and guidance here and say, Sarah, Candy, why don't you guys come ahead and get some refreshments? When they come in and get some refreshments, say, so Is there any reason why you wouldn't want to at least start with your Satin Hands collection today? Go ahead and start making some sales for her. Ask them what they excited the most about the product, which of the skin supplements that sounded most intriguing to them, what they thought they were going to enjoy about their skincare class that they're going to hold. Start asking them questions and get to know a little bit more about them. Whatever you do, don't get diverted onto other subjects. Keep the conversation on product, the company, the new beauty consultant. Keep everything going in the direction that you want it to go. If you see that the new beauty consultant, your new recruit, is not booking appointment times, then you leave what you're doing, go into the other room or wherever she is and say, grab one of her guests. Okay, so-and-so, did you get your time down yet? I know I gave you 5 tickets. And so go ahead and get that generated and make sure that the appointments are getting booked for her perfect start. You will, of course, let each guest know before you break that we have MasterCard, Visa, payment plan, and check options so that they are aware of all the different options that they have. Now, let's talk about a few tips that will really make this run smoothly. Number 1, do not let your new recruit talk you out of a business debut or a grand opening. If she is just completely, adamantly against it, then that should be a clue up front that she probably is not really excited about the business anyway. The longer you delay this grand opening, her success rate goes down. Grand opening really should not be an option. Tip number 2, who takes inventory to sell? Well, I recommend that you do not. If you take inventory and kind of front the inventory at this stage, you'll be fronting inventory for her for the rest of her Mary Kay life, and your team will stay at around 5 to 15 people because a woman can only run about 15 to 30 businesses before shutting down. You want to develop responsible, independent business women. So if she hasn't yet ordered her inventory and people are placing orders at this business debut, she will certainly see the urgency and get that product order in. Another tip that I neglected to say earlier is never put an ending time on your invitation. In case it goes over a half an hour, make sure that there's some flexibility. A good time to actually hold these would be a Saturday afternoon, a Sunday afternoon, or possibly an evening, a Friday evening. Make sure that you find out what the new consultant's guests' schedules will be like and what time might be perfect for them. You may begin a whole new daytime business here. Whatever the situation is, work to meet the needs of the new recruit and her guests. Let me also explain the discount that's given to the guest here. They get $1 off each item that is priced $5 or more. For example, Skin Revival Serum and Cream as a set, $40. Well, that's over $5. They get $1 off the Skin Revival Serum and Cream. If they buy one eyeshadow, that's a $4.50 item, no discount. So they get $1 off each item that's $5 or more. Make sure that you maintain eye contact with each guest so that you can keep your attention focused on them and they will keep their attention focused on you. Make sure to make them feel special. That's the most important thing, that you become a comfortable person to be around, that you speak from your heart, that you show by your words and your body language that your only goal is to be there in support of this new recruit and the beginning of her business, and that you are there to be present to the moment, to meet the needs of the people, to get to know the people that are closest to your new recruit. As I said earlier, I hope that you're looking at your new recruit prospect, that you and she will be business partners for life. That's an exciting concept. And so it's certainly going to be worth your time up front to extend yourself to her in this welcoming, warming, and supportive fashion. One more tip before we wind it down. It wouldn't be a bad idea at all to take a couple of your warm chatter prospects, people that you've been trying to get with, some really sharp women that you've been trying to hear more about the company. Take them with you. Let them know that you need a model to go to this grand opening that you're doing for your new business associate. Let her watch you work. As you stand up and make this presentation, she'll be impressed that you're the one in charge giving the presentation. She's going to try Satin Hands. She could purchase. She could book. She could recruit. Maximize your time by working full circle. If you're asking her to be a model, you may, during your presentation to the group, bring her up and take some black onyx and charcoal pencil and do your magic with a blending brush on front of everyone and let them know that at their second appointment is where they'll be getting the advanced glamour and talk about the color select system a little bit. This might take 5 extra minutes, But if you actually need to use I need a model script in order to get her there, again, it would be 5 minutes well spent. Many of you are thinking, I don't have time to do this. I want you to look back in your date book throughout the past 6 months, and I want you to let me know how many new recruits you have added in the last 6 months. Now, if you're adding a double gold medal every single month and you're also working to hold 2020, it might get cumbersome. But as I look around the country, I don't see that many people doing double gold medals and holding 2020 all at the same time. It certainly could and should be done at the same time, but many of you are coming from corporate America, working full-time jobs with full-time family situations. If you're even working at Emerald Star status and Gold Medal status, then you could be holding 5 grand openings a month, taking your own guests, getting bookings, selling satin hands, and getting recruits by taking your own personal guest, getting your first recruits jump-started this way in their business, making sure their perfect start is booked, and then they're on their own. If they've already been to observe one of your skincare classes, then they're as ready as going to get to go and conduct their own. This grand opening business debut, it's mostly emotional. It's allowing her to see that you're in it for the long haul and that you are there to support, encourage, and give her direction. Most importantly, you're leading her by example. I want to close by reading you some wonderful words of wisdom by National Sales Director Karen Pirro. Sometimes we worry so much over whether or not a new recruit will succeed that we avoid recruiting by not even asking or following up if we do ask. A simple change of attitude can resolve this for you. Try bringing new recruits in with the following attitude. I'm offering you a wonderful opportunity. Many of the women in this company are leading happy and successful lives because of Mary Kay. They have accepted the challenge and they love the thrill of achievement and the special pleasure that comes from helping others. I selected you because I feel that you are that kind of person. I will believe in you, your integrity, your drive, and intelligence. I will support and encourage you. I will become your biggest cheerleader. I will not smother you, cripple you, or do anything that you are capable of doing yourself so as not to weaken you. I will not hold you back if you move ahead faster than I, and I will not baby you and destroy your confidence. I will treat you like the adult you are. After all, if you decide not to come to career meetings or workshops, or if you allow yourself to get discouraged and let your dream die, I will feel awful for you. However, I'm not responsible for your success or failure. If you never miss a Mary Kay function and you keep your dream in front of you, then you will become the star I envisioned when I recruited you, and I will jump for joy. I will know you did it all, but I will be so proud that I had the good sense to select and recruit you. I've made it a practice personally to believe in every single person that I recruit into the business, that she will make her dreams a reality, that she will move into her red jacket, win her free car, become a director in her own time frame if that's what she chooses to do. I look at every new personal recruit and every new recruit that comes into my unit as a director until she proves me wrong. I will believe in her beyond belief, absolutely will. At the same time, I have learned the art of releasing. And I realize that when God places someone in my path, it is for a purpose, and that if I do my part and truly reach out to her and give her what I know that I have to give without handicapping her by overcompensating and doing too much, I know that her life will be positively touched by my part, and that is my part. So you love them, you release them, and in the release, they make the choice to move ahead, to remain stagnant, or to drop off. Barbara Rucker, future director in the Future Shaw area, was listening to a tape and called me today and said that in the tape it said, SW, 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 SW. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. Have a great business debut.